So when you're traveling internationally, what do you do when you've applied for your e-visa? It's stuck in forwarded to the embassy mode, and you have no idea if you're going to get the visa in time to fly or not. We'll explore that next. Hey everybody, Chris with Capture by CK. So if you've been following this channel, you know we've been going through some craziness. We have an emergency situation where we have to get to Brazil, want to get to Brazil, not life or death, in a pretty timely manner, because my grandson Drake is getting ready to go into a hip dislocation surgery on November 10th. Today is the 9th. So we had to get an emergency passport for him, and we had to get visas to enter Brazil. Well, when we looked it up, it said 3 to 5 days, and we didn't know. We thought it was like a day. So know this first, that if you're traveling out to a different country and they have a visa requirement, be sure to check to see how long the processing takes on that. Like for the Philippines, it takes 10 days. Morning. For Russia, it takes 4 days. For China, it takes about 2 weeks, sometimes 3. So you don't want to book your flights until you have that. Or if you do book your flights, you need to cancel those as soon as you get proof that they're booked. Because if not, you're going to be in a situation where I am, where we're waiting on the visa. The flight is at 7 p.m. and I'm not sure we're going to be able to board. Now, this has caused me and the whole family really a great amount of stress. Finally, I called American. I've been trying to think of ways to get out of these tickets, things we can do, because we did not buy refundable tickets. They were double the price. I got a hold of American yesterday, and what they're going to allow me to do is, if I don't have my visa, I can rebook going to the same destination from the same departure airport by just paying the additional fees for the ticket. Now the question is, when I call today to rebook, if I don't get the tickets, is it going to allow me to wait a day or two? I don't know. But at least we know the $1,500 for these tickets to Brazil and back are not going to go to the wayside and be worth nothing. Now, for our situation, there's a time element, because Drake's surgery is the 10th, and then he's not going to be able to travel for at least 10 weeks. It's a soft tissue surgery. We're dealing with ligaments. We got to reduce one of his leg bones and put a plate and screw on that to hold that together. And then in a year, we got to go back in and remove that plate. So he's looking at a couple surgeries. It's kind of suck, but you know, it should have been caught at birth. It wasn't. It was misdiagnosed a year ago by the radiologist, a orthopedic surgeon, and a primary doctor. So we're less than pleased, but we're getting it addressed now. Every day that goes by complicates the surgery that much more. So we need to get it done. And Lily wants my daughter Lily wants the great grandparents and grandparents in Brazil to meet Drake, because they just lost their son, which was Drake's father, and he hasn't been over there yet. We got the passport Thursday. She drove to Miami, had an appointment at the passport office, 7 a.m. Thursday morning, had the passport in hand Thursday afternoon at noon. So it was a very quick process. She had all the paperwork done, and so that was a good thing. If we have the passport, there's no way to rush the e-visa through. You can't go to the consulate. They don't take appointments for visas for Brazil, and they do not allow you to file for an emergency visa in Brazil or walk up and buy the visa at the airport. So, at least for US citizens. So that's a challenge. So that's what's going on. You know, we're kind of half packed, kind of waiting to see. We're flying out of Orlando, so we need to leave by like 2 to make the flight comfortably. So we'll decide it. We'll see it too if we have these visas. If not, we're going to have to reschedule. But the lesson learned here is don't wait forever to get your visa. You don't always have to have your flights to get a visa. And it's partly my fault for not looking into this further or a little more when I found out we needed to go. I didn't know you needed a visa, and you didn't before April. And then I didn't understand the visa process. So it took a little while to get the pictures right. You can't use a photograph of your bio page on the, you can't use a photograph for the bio page of your passport, and they want that. It has to be a scanned copy. So I use Cam Scanner. It's just stupid. Some of these rules are just stupid. And then for 3 days, I fought to get a picture that didn't have a shadow in the wrong place and was proportioned the way it wanted it. I finally got it done. I got the confirmation this morning at like 12 a.m. that my visa was now in process. Drake's has been in process for 2 days. Lily's has been in process for 1 day. So if need be, they're gonna go ahead without me, and I'm gonna meet them there. But Tuesday is kind of our drop dead date for whether we can make it or not. Very important to her that we go, so I'm trying to support her. It's not a popular decision around the house, especially with the surgery coming up Monday. But, you know, sometimes we gotta do what's not popular. That's what's going on the travel front. So make sure if you are doing visas, you know, there's a lot of scams out there. It was very weird. I got a notice twice on 2 different visa applications. Congratulations, your visa's going for processing. Click here to finalize. And it took me to like this insurance of if I needed help, they'd help me for $20. And then this other insurance, if I didn't use it within 180 days, I get my money back. I don't think those are legitimate offers. And it's very confusing because it almost looks like you have to choose one of these things to continue with the process, which is not true. So be careful. These lists are picked up by many, many places. And once you put your information in there, some of these countries don't have the most secure websites. So your information is on the black internet, so to speak. It was probably already there anyway, so, you know, that's just the way life is now. But watch out for scams and verify that everything is needed. A visa to Brazil should only cost $80. So that's it. No other fees. There's no way to get it quicker. Even the services that offer to get you your visa application going, if you read the fine print, they promise that once you get them the information, you should have your visa within 3 to 5 days after everything is approved. Now, I suppose they're offering to help you get that information together, but I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Either they accept it or they don't. So make sure that when you look at how they want the picture, you do it with just a little bit of space above your head, your shoulders are showing, you can't be smiling, and use a flash on your camera phone. You know, I'm a professional photographer. I've got 4 lights in my studio. I still had shadows where they didn't want it, because my photos for headshots are meant to make someone look good. This Visa shot is just there so they can easily identify you. They don't want it to look good. They want it to be completely accurate without shadows. It's very interesting. And make sure you have, you know, where you're staying, when you're going home. If you're going to be with someone in Brazil, that helps. Make sure you have their contact information and put all that stuff together in a Word document, and even take a screenshot of it, because sometimes they don't allow you to upload docs. They only want JPEGs, which is interesting as well. So, but I will let you know. I will let you know what's going on with the Brazil trip. I honestly, at this point, don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. I was getting a canker sore fever blister from all the stress. Finally, we just decided to go with the flow, and whatever happens will happen, and we'll deal with it accordingly. So that's all we can do. There's no magic pill to make this visa appear. Even calling customer service has very little value. They have a script, they just read to you. It's just worthless. It's very frustrating. I guess if you need to communicate with them, the best way is probably email, because at least then maybe they're putting a little more thought into it, and it might be looked at by an AI or something. I don't know, but we'll let you know how it goes. We'll either be on our way to Brazil tomorrow, and the daily post will be a little different, or it will be from Florida. So until next time, we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.